You can see things are slow going there. Southbound slow from Main Street to Delta Park. On the Banfield, slow from Gateway all the way down to I-5. On the west side of town, things are sluggish from 185th to Cornell, and then from about 217 now, all the way over the hill and down through the tunnel. And 217 southbound, things are slow going from Denny to Greenberg. And that is your look at Beat the Traffic.
All right, Lauren, thank you.
Thank you. Finally this morning, after surviving 750 years of storms, the nation's largest Sitka spruce near Seaside fell from the weekend's hurricane-force winds.
And we ask you to help us commemorate the once 200-foot-tall spruce by sharing some of your photos and memories of that tree. Many people responded. We have some great pictures of families on vacation. We had one from Mario Vaden and one from Conrad, taken in 2005. And Erica Glancy said that her family saw the old beauty en route to their first family trip to Fort Stevens. Her kids were in awe of the spruce, massive size. Look at those kids there. She's going to say that her kids are going to be shocked to find out that it is now fallen.
And just to give you an idea of how long that tree has been there, they say when the Magna Carta was signed in 1215, it was a little seedling. Just amazing, but couldn't survive this storm. Well, GMA will be postponed as we continue our Storm Tracker team coverage today. We'll be right back with the very latest information. And right now, we're going to check in with Rhonda Shelby. Let's not waste any time at all. Rhonda, how's it looking?
Yeah, from what I understand, we just went ahead and dropped our local break to get you the updated information that we have right now. Again, we are expecting strong winds to continue this morning along the coast and in the valley. With Storm Tracker Doppler radar here, you can see that we have strong rainfall coming through. At this point, moderate to heavy, and this will continue through the morning hours and into the afternoon. Now, at this point, wind gusts are strongest in the valley around Salem area and south, and that's been 40 to 45 miles per hour. And on the coast, we've had a lot of problems, especially because of the stronger wind gusts at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Let me show you some more forecast information as you head out the door. First of all, let's go to the 24-hour rainfall totals. This is going to be a major problem when it comes to possible flooding today. We have 1.71 inches of rain that's fallen in Portland in the last 24 hours, almost 3 inches of rain in Hillsborough, and more than 3 inches in Scappoose, 1.81 inches in McMinnville, and we're looking at quite a bit of rain coming today, maybe another 2 inches. And when you combine that with the last 48-hour totals, very, very impressive, which is why we are looking at local rivers flooding, possibly in the smaller streams here in the valley and along the coastline for today. And really, we're going to be watching these through Wednesday. Here's a look at the satellite radar and the area of low pressure that is causing all these problems this morning. A very strong one right out here. It's moving very slowly. It hasn't moved much, I can tell you, since 4 a.m. And that's one of the reasons why we're going to continue to see strong winds and heavy rain. Coastline still seeing heavy rain because the cold front is still offshore, moving very slowly off to the east here. So we are going to continue to get what you're getting right now. And as Bob High mentioned in his live shot from Tillamook, it comes and goes. You'll see some sustained winds at about 30 to 40 miles per hour, and then all of a sudden a very strong gust. So that's what to expect through 10 p.m. tonight. And obviously, if things change, as meteorologists, we'll call it off. If it's 5 p.m. tonight and it just looks better, we'll obviously call this off. But this is what to know for right now. Coastal winds, 60 to 100 mile per hour gusts. We're still looking at that. And then valley locations, 45 to 55 mile per hour gusts. And this is mainly higher ridges and down in the Salem area. That's one of the areas that tends to get hit pretty hard when we get these southwesterly winds. Right now, you're going to find temperatures generally in the 50s west of the Cascades because of the powerful nature of the storm system and the fact that it has so much warm air in it. It's warming our temperatures above normal. So even at the noon hour, it's going to be raining pretty heavy. We'll be at about 57. We're looking for a high of about 58 degrees today. And notice the winds here, pretty constant throughout the day here in the metropolitan area. Not really easing much, but a few higher stray gusts are what you can expect. And in the 3-day forecast, things get a lot better there, folks, as we move through tomorrow into Wednesday. But I did want to show you tomorrow and Wednesday, at this point, we're not going to be looking at any more heavy rain Tuesday and Wednesday, so that's a fear that we won't have. But we will be watching local rivers. Flood warnings right now for several coastal rivers, flood watches for our entire area, and that extends into the Puget Sound. They're getting just as much rain as we are. So it's really all of Washington, Oregon, into Northern California that's getting hit hard with all this.
And with the storm moving that direction, it'll last longer up there, probably.
And for both of us at this point, it's really kind of a strange situation in that we're getting about 30 hours of prolonged wind and rain when you count what happened Saturday night into today.
And then you have to remember, too, about the snow melting and what could happen then after
Snow
that.
levels at 8,000 feet today. So all that new snow, which was right around 2 feet of snow that we got at the 5,000-foot level, is now starting to melt. So it's all worth watching over the next few days.
Okay, we know you're watching it, so.
All the more reason to keep you up to date. So you want to stay with us here on K2. We're going to extend our coverage this morning and postpone GMA just for a few minutes as we keep you up to date on all the news, Rhonda's weather, our traffic as well. So stay with us here on K2 News this morning. We continue after this.
This November, more than ever, K2 was on your side with special reports from problem solver Shelley Bailey Shaw that help protect your pet, your children,
More so than where it's made, you should look at who it's made by.
and yourself.
That business took a copy of your license.
Showed you a high-tech way to do your holiday shopping and help find answers for a family whose property was damaged.
This crack wasn't here before.
Problem solver Shelley Bailey Shaw, only on one Portland station, K2, and she's on your side.
When people are depressed, where do they go? Depression is a debilitating disease. Over time, its effects can get worse and worse. In fact, untreated depression will claim the lives of thousands of adults this year. Fortunately, science and medical research have proven treatments are effective, which means there is a way out of depression. Visit depressionisreal.org.
Welcome back to K2 News this morning. We're covering this December rain and windstorm. And we've been hit hardest on the coast, obviously, and Bob High has been live for us all weekend in Tillamook. Also keep an eye on the Wilson River and the RV park there that was evacuated this morning. Let's check in with Bob for another update now. It's been really rainy and windy out there for him and our crew. Bob?
And that continues, Carl. It's really a nasty, nasty morning, and we continue to see strong winds that, as Rhonda mentioned, come blowing through here from time to time. It calms down, and then once again, you're seeing really huge gusts come through. This is the site of the Tillamook County Courthouse. If people have not seen this yet, one of the huge trees in front of the courthouse has snapped in half and broken in the winds that we've had here this morning. Again, these winds so dangerous. There are 150 sites the PUD here in Tillamook County says it has to work on to get power back up. That's how widespread the damage is. There's no way out of Tillamook, north, east, or south. People here are stuck here. Also, the power is essentially back on here in downtown, but for the most part has been out across the city for most of the morning. Take a look from earlier this morning. We shot some video down on the Wilson River about 4 miles upstream from Tillamook as firefighters evacuated people from the Wilson River RV park. They went through and made sure that everyone is evacuated out there because the Wilson River was rising very, very rapidly, and they feared that people would not have time to escape on their own, and especially in the dark. That mandatory evacuation is now complete. We understand that everybody has been removed from there. We understand also from authorities that Highway 101 here through Tillamook is expected to flood through the day today. In fact, they've also closed down Wilson Loop Road. If people are familiar with this area, you can't go that route either anymore through town because of high water. The combination of rain coming down from the mountains and high waves coming in from the coast is going to make a flooding situation throughout the day, we understand here. Back to you.
Bob, thank you very much. You've been there all weekend. We know that Tillamook floods quite often just because of where it is there on the coast. Have the locals talked about this being any worse than normal? Obviously, the wind plays a huge factor and the fact that there's no power. But how do these conditions rate to what they often have in wintertime?
This is a major storm, anybody will tell you, but especially the kind of damage you have across the county, it's hard to imagine as many trees that are down as we understand as are to block. You can't go anywhere past Garibaldi Bay City, basically, to the north, because there are huge trees across the highway going north. There are also huge trees across the Wilson River Highway. That's one of the problems that people are having is the damage is so widespread and power out to so many people, it's going to take a long time before even power crews can get to most of those areas because as the wind continues blowing, they can't work on the power lines, they can't work on the trees because for fear of other trees coming down. They're doing what they can to hook people up, but in the meantime, they have to worry about their own safety and not getting anybody injured or killed, because there's a good possibility, in fact, a very good possibility, more trees will be coming down through the day.
Good, Bob. Thanks for the update. We'll check back later on in the day. Thank you very much. And Bob mentioned you really can't get into Tillamook because all the roads in and out, north, south, and to the east are blocked by trees down. And that's the case really for the whole northern Oregon coast right now. You can't get there on Highway 26 because roads are closed because of trees down. Also cannot get there on Highway 18 near Grand Ronde. ODOT has closed that highway because trees are down as well. And up and down the coast on Highway 101, different sections are closed because trees are down, A, and B, there may be more trees coming down for the crews that are trying to fix things up right there. Closer to home in King City, we had a dramatic rescue overnight. Some people were flooded out of their homes and they had to be taken out with rescue crews from Tualatin Fire and Rescue on rafts. Jeff Jager is there now. Keep an eye on that for us. They cleared a big culvert, right, Jeff?
Yeah, Carl, and a completely different story here in King City than it is in Tillamook. You can see behind me, really, actually, you can't even see the water behind me anymore. That was standing here through most of the night and covered the highway. Things have really been cleaned up here. Crews have been able to clear out that culvert and take care of a lot of the mess out here. And they were able to get that culvert cleared away before any real damage was done. Water started rising yesterday afternoon, but by about 8:30 last night, the Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue started evacuating people in the area. 18 residents in the area were taken to dry ground on rafts, left wondering what may happen to their homes as basements began filling with water. And the more it rained, the higher the water rose.
And unfortunately, there's no place for the water to go, so it's just getting deeper. And with the advent of the additional rain, they're predicting it could get even deeper yet.
And rescue efforts were slow and careful last night as many of the residents affected are seniors, but everyone got out safely. And again, an entirely different story out here in King City. The whole area has been cleaned out. There is just one last crew up along the roadside, so one lane is still closed in the southbound side of 99W. But again, everything here a much different story than we've seen in Tillamook. For now, we're live in King City. Jeff Yeager, K2 News.
Jeff, obviously that a problem because of that culvert that was plugged up in the high water and the rain. Anecdotally, can you tell us about how bad the wind is there in that area, and what's the power like in that situation for those folks right now?
That's really how the power like. So far, everything that we can see, sorry, Carl, I'm not having anything coming through in my ear right now, but we haven't seen any power out in the area. Winds, not a concern at all, just a bit of heavy rain.
Hey, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it very much. Busy traffic morning. Let's get over to Lauren Allison. She has a look at our Beat the Traffic map as people are trying to get around in all this bad weather.
It
Lauren?
sure is. Good morning, Carl. Good morning, everyone. Your commute to work likely to be very wet this morning. Could possibly see some standing areas of water, high standing areas of water, that is, down trees, down power lines, all things you may face in your commute to work. Let's take a look at area freeways that are slow going this morning. The I-5 system seeing a lot of slowing, a lot of high standing areas of water that both Melanie was telling us about this morning. So the southbound is slow now from Main Street, down through Delta Park. We'll take you outside now and you can get a look from our camera at Marine Drive. Nearly at a standstill coming off the bridge. Northbound is also slow from Capitol up through the curves. Here's a look from Capitol. As you can see it now, cars moving away from us are headed up through the curves this morning. The Banfield slow going from Gateway all the way inbound as you make your way through the Hollywood district this morning into downtown. And on the west side of town, wet out there, of course, as well. Slow going from 185th to Cornell, and then again from about 217. Here's a look at Sylvan. The slow going continues into the tunnel this morning. And stay tuned to K2 and follow our website for all the latest road closures, as there are many of them to be aware of. That is your look at Beat the Traffic.
Good, Lauren. Thank you very much. And you can also see the bottom of your screen right now. We have a couple things going on down there. One, school closings and delays because of the weather. A lot of that in the northern Oregon coast area, and also all the road closures that we know about. They're there as well. Time to go back to Rhonda once again to see if we can get an update on how this thing is moving out. It's really been a slow progressing storm. Actually, you said several different storms,
Yeah.
but this is a longer event than we're used to.
Yeah, we're really at storm number 3. It is a longer event, and as you talked about this being so slow, this means that from Saturday into now, we're looking at 30 hours of prolonged wind along the coast. Some of it sustained, some of it higher gusts. as we talked with Bob High, he was saying, you know, it comes and goes. I fully expect that to continue for the morning hours. Those are some of the wind gusts we have right now. But let me come back to me for a second. I'm just going to tell the director this because I just have some updated information from wind gusts in the last 15 minutes. Rockaway Beach has had a wind gust of 88 miles per hour. That's the strongest one we've had this morning in this area. 83 mile per hour wind gusts at Lincoln City, 80 at Mount Hebo, and that indicates that anybody at like 2,500 feet and higher is going to get really blown around. So anybody watching us from higher ridges, mountainous areas, is going to be strong as far as winds go for you today, anywhere from 50 to 80 miles per hour, and maybe some stronger gusts than that. Because I checked also some other areas outside the region, because clearly the areas that are outside metropolitan area are getting hit hardest. The higher ridges and also the coast seem to be the worst. Sugarloaf, which is the Central Cascade Range, that's at around 3,000 feet or so, 74 mile per hour gusts in the last 15 minutes. And outside Eugene at 2,300 feet, we have 75 mile per hour gusts. So this is not just isolated to our area, it's really all around the state, and especially higher up you go, because the wind flow at 5,000 feet is so strong. I mean, it's in some cases 90 to 100 miles per hour at that level, that I fully expect people that are watching us from higher elevations getting blown around really hard. Now let me talk about those wind gusts real quick around the area. These are in the last 30 minutes, and if you don't see a reading for your area, that's because in the last 30 minutes we haven't had any gusts above 20 miles per hour in that region. That includes the airport. So really the metropolitan area is dealing with more standing water and rain. That's the big issue here, while the coast deals with more strong wind gusts as well as rain. 64 mile per hour wind gust in Astoria, 33 mile per hour wind gust Kelso Longview, 38 in North Bend Coos Bay, and not that strong right now in Pendleton, but you will see gusts of close to 50 miles per hour. And as you could see around the city, one of the areas that gets hit really hard with these kind of windstorms is Salem, and we've had some gusts anywhere from 41 to 44 miles per hour this morning out of the southwest. You know, I've done this for quite a while, and I've always wondered what's going on with Salem. I think it might be the way the city is situated, that it is open and exposed to the south and southwest, that part of the Willamette Valley, the reason why you guys get hit so much harder than most of us do here in the northern part of the valley. But the bottom line is here, this area of low pressure is now getting a little closer to the coast, so I expect to continue to see these kind of wind gusts throughout the day. Again, through 10 p.m., I think, for the coastline, and for the rest of us through the morning hours at least. And we're still looking at very heavy rain amounts, up to 2 inches for the coast, maybe 1 to 2 for the valley. And of course, anything new that comes in here, Carl, I'll keep you posted.
Good.
From the Weather Center.
Excellent. Thank you, Rhonda, very much. Christine Miles joins us now. She's from the Oregon Department of Transportation. She's on the telephone. Keep an eye on the ODOT crews that are helping out around the metro area right now. Christine, what's the major concern for those crews right now?
Well, Carl, right now the only problem we have in the metro area is Highway 26, eastbound the Cornelius Pass exit. That's closed because of high water. Now, we're asking motorists, even though we don't have a lot of closures in the metro area, as they head out this morning, they will hit some slick spots because of the heavy rains. I also want to tell your viewers that Highway 6 is closed because of high water and debris. Also, Highway 26 is still closed. We talked about that earlier this morning. What's interesting, Carl, this morning as we start to get daylight, we can see there's a lot of downed trees on almost all roadways to the coast. That's why we're asking motorists, if you don't have to go to the coast today, please don't, because the high winds, there's still a lot more debris that's popping up all over. Our crews have been working throughout the night. In fact, at one point, Carl, the winds were so bad we had to bring our crews back to the facility because it just wasn't safe for them to be out. But again, the good news is, as far as the metro area, it's just going to be a messy trip to work this morning. So give yourself some extra time, slow down, and be prepared. You may run into areas of high water. So if you do, take your time, slow down, and when you get a chance, call us. Let us know if you run into some tricky areas. And if you do run into some debris, please don't stop and pick it up. Call 911. They'll alert our dispatchers, and we'll get our crews out there.
Christine, we watched firsthand here on K2 this morning as one of the ODOT crews got to the Barber Boulevard exit off I-5 and just basically cleaned up a drainage that was clogged and caused a huge amount of standing water, stopping some cars. I would guess for your crews it's a lot easier in daylight because once you can see the problems, it's easier to fix.
Absolutely, Carl. You know, when we were waiting for the storm to hit Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, our crews went around and they tried to clean out as much as they could to prepare for all this rain. But gosh, you just can't prepare for as much that has dumped in the last several hours. So yeah, as we get more daylight, our crews are able to attack faster and safer and get things done a lot quickly.
Okay, Christine Miles from the Oregon Department of Transportation. Appreciate the help very much and all the work of the ODOT crews trying to help us out on the roads this morning. Our continuing coverage of this December storm will continue right after this. Stay with us here on K2 News this morning.
Unwrap the body you've always wanted for Christmas with the holiday makeover from LA Weight Loss.
'Tis the season for losing. Get the body you always wanted just in time for the holidays.
4 weeks, 14 pounds, gone.
In just 5 weeks, you could lose up to 20 pounds. I did it.
LA gave me back my confidence.
Take it off for the holidays with the holiday makeover from LA Weight Loss.
Join this week at 50% off. Enjoy the holidays and lose your weight in 2008. 1-800-LA6-SLIM.
This is K2 on your side. If you're in one of these locations, you may be able to receive a clearer signal by tuning to one of these UHF channels.
Beautiful wood shutters that add value to your home.
It's all in the guide.
Motorized window coverings that create a mood at the touch of a button.
We found it in the guide.
Find custom window covering ideas and inspiration in Point of View's Budget Blinds free design guide. It's filled with a variety of styles and exclusive products. It's easy to get the design guide. Just call right now to schedule your free in-home consultation, and we'll bring you a complimentary design guide.
Get real. What do you think it means to be green?
To me, being green is an attitude every day.
Living a lifestyle that is environmentally friendly.
To help the world.
To be green for me is to work with Mother Nature rather than against it.
To be conscious of the environment and the earth.
Money and trees.
Why aren't you answering any questions?
We can all make a difference. Look for our new Get Real label in all PAR stores. Details at par.com.
Alerting you to severe weather where you live. This is K2 Storm Tracker Weather.
Rhonda, wind gusts improving or getting worse?
You know, staying sustained at about the same level along the coastline. But again, as Bob High mentioned, who's been on the coast and been in a very dark Tillamook where all the power is out right now, these wind gusts that are higher come and go. So at 2 o'clock this morning, we had some extremely strong wind gusts come through, and then we had kind of a lull. And now we're starting to see some wind gusts come through that are a little stronger. Rockaway Beach, 88 miles per hour in the last 30 minutes. Lincoln City, 83. Mount Hebo, 80. They're starting to come back a bit, but again, then you'll go through another lull and perhaps see another stronger wind gust again in a few hours. This is going to go on all morning along the coastline with only some stray higher gusts here in the valley. Much of the area in pretty good shape. It's been mainly the rain that's been a big problem for us. Here's a look at now Storm Tracker Doppler radar, where the rain has really never let up since last night. We're still looking at quite a bit of rainfall coming through. We have the yellow areas indicating moderate to heavy rainfall from Portland all the way down into the Eugene area. In fact, I'm going to move the map down to Eugene, show you how strong and heavy the rain and wind is here. Also through Lincoln City, Newport, Tillamook, it's still raining very hard all the way up the I-5 corridor into Seattle. Here's the rain we've had today. Doesn't look all that impressive for Portland, just 0.4 of an inch today since midnight. Let me show you these rain amounts. 2.5 inches in Kelso Longview, that's amazing, and Seattle 2.3 inches. But when you look at the last 48 hours, take a look at the rain we've had. When you consider that we're looking at another 1 to 2 inches of rain, it's why we're watching all of our local rivers. River Forecast Center has put out this flood warning. Siletz, Trask, Wilson, Grays, Nacelle, Willapa, Nehalem, all under flood warnings, meaning flooding is imminent in these areas. In the valley, we're looking at the Johnson Creek flooding in some spots, minor flooding, and small rises in our streams over the next couple of days. We'll be watching all of that and giving you up-to-the-minute details on the wind gusts, but clearly we're not out of this yet, Carl. I think we're still looking at much of the day looking just like this.
Okay, Rhonda, thank you for the update. You mentioned Bob High in Tillamook. Bob is there, and even if he wanted to get out, he couldn't because all the roads are closed in and out of Tillamook because of trees down and power problems. Let's check in with Bob now in a dark, windy, and rainy Tillamook, Oregon.
Yeah, Carl, the lights have finally come on back down here in downtown Tillamook, but people are starting to get out. And with the first daylight, we're seeing some of the extent of the damage here. The tree you see behind me outside the courthouse, the second part of it is now cracked and coming down as well. That's some of the additional damage we're seeing here in downtown Tillamook as these huge winds continue blustering through downtown. The other problem here in Tillamook, we understand, is flooding that will continue through the day and along Highway 101. Earlier in the morning, they evacuated the Wilson River RV Park, the Wilson River being the major flood threat for Highway 101 here in Tillamook. And again, no way out east, north, or south out of Tillamook because of downed trees. That's and PUD crews tell us they have about 150 sites that they have to work on before power is restored to the entire area. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you very much. Quickly on the phone with us now, Cheryl Cook from the city of Portland. Cheryl, what do people need to know?
Several areas of standing water in the city today and expected throughout the day, particularly on the east side, 114th, 122nd, Stark, 102nd, 82nd and Bush, 89th and Clinton, areas that I think people in these neighborhoods are kind of used to. In southwest, McAdam and Bancroft, Barber Boulevard and Burlingame, and northeast, 102nd, 145th. Police just closed southeast Foster at 111th due to street flooding. So we expect to see a lot of areas of standing water around the city today.
And Cheryl, quickly, if people run into that water, what would the city like them to do as far as reporting it?
Well, if we've got areas of standing water or other hazards, down trees, report it to our dispatch line at 823-1700, and we'll respond as crews are available. And we also work with Urban Forestry and the Parks Bureau to report down trees. Good news is currently no reports of down trees or power lines that we're aware of.
Cheryl, thank you very much for the update from the city of Portland. We're going to hand you off to Good Morning America for the next half hour. We'll be here every half hour throughout the morning to give you updates on power, road closures, water, rain, all that. Have a good morning, everybody.
Living without a bathroom for a whole week with an 8-year-old daughter? No way. When Bathfitter told me I could get a new bathroom in just one day, at first I didn't believe it. But the installer was here first thing in the morning. By about 3:30, he was gone and he left the place spotless. We love our new bathroom. After a hard day at work, I really look forward to coming home and having a nice bubble bath.
Bathfitter, North America's top choice for one-day bath remodeling. Call 1-866-615-2004.
This is a public auction notice. 250 brand new homes, investment properties, and condominiums in the greater Portland area are ordered sold in a giant 2-day auction liquidation event on December 15th and 16th. These are luxury homes at auction prices. That's right, you set the price. 250 homes in Portland, Beaverton, Happy Valley, Hillsborough, Sandy, Scapos, Bend, and Camas must be sold. Actual homes in this auction were previously listed well over $600,000. Starting bids on select properties will begin as low as only $149,000. Very special financing available with as low as 5% down. Yes, only 5% down. Loan pre-qualification is available. View all homes 7 days a week. Auction weekend is Saturday and Sunday, December 15th and 16th at the Oregon Convention Center. Take advantage of today's real estate market. Beautiful homes at only 5% down. Go to www.auctiontoday.com or call the number on your screen to request a free brochure.
If you're considering new furniture for the holidays, you'll want to shop the Decorators Warehouse Roadshow event at Washington Square 2. Packed with one-of-a-kind high-end designer furnishings and accessories, all at 20 to 50% off savings. Choose from leather sofas and chairs, home office furniture, dining room and bedroom collections, plus wall art lamps and decorative accessories. Save 20 to 50% now at the Decorators Warehouse Home Furnishings event, held at Washington Square 2, between Barnes & Noble and Cost Plus at the intersection of Greenberg Road and Washington Square Road.
This November, more than ever, K2 is on your side with special reports that alerted you to the dangers of lead,
That might be a reason to do further testing.
helped you protect your credit, exposed airline security concerns,
and using another person's identity,
showed you ways to reduce your risk of cancer, and even helped you sell your home. In November, we took the lead on your behalf, and no other Portland station can say that on television and online right now. We're K2, and we're on your side. Gifts that keep on giving tonight at 5 on K2 News.
Up early enough to smile and sing for all of us. They are from Tada, the Youth Theater of New York, putting us in the holiday spirit this morning. Gets you every time, doesn't it? Those beautiful little faces. Good morning, America. I'm Diane Sawyer here with Chris Cuomo. As you know, Robin is off this morning.
As part of our holiday festivities, we're going to give you a look at what so many people come to New York to see. The dazzling department store window displays. They're beautiful. I took Bella last week, Saks down on Fifth Avenue. She was blown away. It was life-changing for her.
And we are not going to let them outdo us because we want you to come to Times Square and look at our windows, too. We're starting a tradition, and we have dueling windows from some of the major cities around the country. We're going to unveil the first one this morning.
Can't wait to see it. Haven't seen them yet. We're also going to talk to you about this new crusade against the paparazzi. Celebrity mothers coming out and saying, this time you went too far. This is Julia Roberts tracking down a paparazzo in his own car. It's an interesting thing they're doing now.
All right, but first we do want to go to the stunned family that is coming forward today. The family of the man who took those hostages at Hillary Clinton's campaign office. As you know, he had strapped to his chest a fake bomb made of road flares. Let's begin all of this, though, with David Curley, who has the very latest on all of it this morning.
Peeling off his fake bomb, Leland Eisenberg was no stranger to police. On this very day, he was supposed to be in court on a domestic dispute charge.
I told her if she ever got in trouble in the middle of the night with him, bang on my door, someone would let her in.
3 days earlier, his wife filed for divorce against the out-of-work 47-year-old. His family says he was trying to get help for a drinking problem.
He's not drinking. He's a nice guy you can meet. You know, he don't bother anybody. But when he's drinking, he's altogether different.
Early last week, the family says Eisenberg, seeking mental health help, was turned away from a local hospital because he had no money or insurance.
Here in Rochester, Barack Obama's office is just a couple of doors down from Hillary Clinton's. So why did Eisenberg target Clinton?
We called Senator Clinton and asked for help.
ABC News has learned it was because he saw this Clinton ad in which a New Hampshire supporter says the candidate helped him get health insurance.
I trusted this woman to save my son's life, and she did.
Eisenberg told a family member he was going to do something to get in the hospital. The next day, he walked into Clinton's office wearing what he said was a bomb, demanding to speak to the senator. That didn't happen, but he may finally get the help he was pleading for. David Curley, ABC News, Rochester, New Hampshire.
And by the way, his family offered to go in and try to help defuse the situation. And now in a GMA exclusive, Lee Eisenberg's wife, Lisa, his stepchildren, Ben and Aaron Warren. And we talked to them in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Ben, Lisa, Aaron, thank you so much for being with us. I know this was a hard decision for you. And good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Tell me, Ben, did you turn on the TV? Did someone tell you what was going on? How did you first know that your stepdad was involved in this?
Well, we were at Superior Court and a bailiff came and told us and said that they needed us to go to Rochester to the scene where they had all the emergency vehicles set up and stuff.
And when you were watching those scenes on television, did you think at any point that he might really be going to hurt someone?
I didn't know, but I'm sure everybody else did.
Let me get a sense of that morning, because I know that he had been drinking the night before. And as you're getting ready to leave, a couple of things, you knew a couple of things. That he was saying he wanted to get help. He was going to do something big to get help. What did that mean to you?
I honestly, at the time, I didn't really pay it much attention because, you know, he had been drinking all night. I wasn't really, I didn't really think there was much validity to it, but he, I don't know, I figured if anything it would be some kind of suicide attempt where somebody would see it so that he would get some attention and get some help. I didn't think it would be anything quite this extreme.
He had a message for your mom?
He told me to make sure that I told her that he loved her and that it wasn't her fault.
When we read about his history, that he had said that he was sexually abused by a priest at one point, had a settlement, in fact, from the church. His mother died young, his father alcoholic and abusive. What was he like to live with? What was the difference on medication and off medication?
When he was on his medication, he was always making me laugh. He spoiled me. It was perfect in my eyes, but without the medication and the use of the alcohol, he turned into a different person.
Did you see that video of him coming out, dropping to his knees, surrendering?
Yes.
And in that moment, what did you say to each other?
We didn't really say anything. It was just relief, I think, for all of us.
Ben, as we know, he is now facing serious felony charges, your stepdad, but there was a history. He was turned away by local hospitals, turned away by a psychiatrist, unable to get his medications. You've said this was an act of desperation. What kind of desperation do you see?
You know, I remember Moses, he kept expressing that he was wanting help. He was wanting help with his problem, and that he wasn't able to get it because he didn't have insurance and he didn't have money. And it was an act of desperation.
Lisa,
to try to get help.
And Lisa, a final word from you to him, to the man you married?
Just that I still love him. I'm still here, and I wish there was something I could have done, and that I'm sorry for that it ended up this way.
Again, I do know how difficult this decision was to come forward, the three of you, and we thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And time now for the weather and Sam Champion, who's in a very snowy Portland, Maine this morning. Sam?
Good morning, Diane. Yeah, the folks in Portland, Maine, by the way, we're in Monument Square. That's the area behind me right here in downtown Portland. And as they're waking up this morning, they're getting what appears to be for them a light hit of snow this morning, but the forecast is for more than a foot and in some cases more than 2 feet of snow through Maine, so they're expecting a lot today. But we'll start with the other coast, the other Portland, the one in the Oregon area where we've got some pictures out of a brand new storm system that's moving in. That was a kind of a rough night. Lincoln City, Oregon, driving rain, down power lines, rough surf, all of that with this brand new storm. Now, and you look at what this storm's going to deliver into the northwest. There are high wind warnings from California, Oregon, Washington. Seattle's already had a 48-mile-per-hour wind gust. There was a 109-mile-per-hour wind in Cape Mere, Washington. So as we watch that low move in, there will be some mountain snow with this, but this is a big flooding event. There's 6 to 10 inches of rain across the Olympics. Now into the northeast, where we know along the coastline the temperature's right at 32 or 33 degrees here, but the temperatures are going to cool off rapidly, and this will become much more snow. Inland areas will get the biggest hit of snow. Coastal areas will always have that little mix over until later tonight when that wind gets whipping. And that gusty wind from this low will go all the way down the Virginia-Carolina border today. Elsewhere into the south, it is warm. It is beautiful through the southeast. It's nice and dry. It's mild in the middle of the nation. Duluth comes in at 62 degrees. Minneapolis has got a chill at 19. That's the weather around the nation. Here's what you can expect this morning.
Oh, everybody's dreaming big. Oh, you've always got a reason to shine. Waking up with Good Morning America.
And that weather was brought to you by Minute Maid. We'll have more weather from Portland, Maine in the next half hour. Diane, Robin?
Okay, Sam, thanks so much. And it's Chris here today. Robin's off today. Coming up next, is there a revolution afoot? Celebrities take on the paparazzi over children and safety. We'll tell you the very latest developments this morning.
It starts with the pure goodness of real fruit. But it takes special knowledge to bring out essential nutrients, while keeping the great taste only nature can provide. That's what we do at Minute Maid. For over 60 years, we've been blending the perfect balance of good health and great taste, all to make your day a little brighter. Minute Maid. There's goodness in every minute.
Big Lots is the store for Christmas.
Hey, we're on TV.
Act casual. This week only, get the toys on your kids' wish list for just $10 each. And where else can you get Barbie for just $3? Only at Big Lots.
Carrots, raisins, charcoal, and hot cocoa, $16. The best snowman on the block, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For groceries, there's MasterCard.
When you've got the perfect gift, you know it. Shop Zale's incredible selection of diamond solitaire earrings. Save on these diamond earrings, now just $3.99. Find the perfect gift at Zale's, the diamond store.
I'm the new nanny.
She's got a new job, a new love, and one chance to make it on her own.
I installed a nanny cam.
I'm a person with feelings! The teddy bear has been compromised.
The Nanny Diaries. Own it on DVD Tuesday or rent it exclusively at Blockbuster.
This ain't a lunch table, baby. This is a lunch table full of the flavors that bring people together. Applebee's new Pick and Pair lunch combos. Over 60 combinations starting at $5.99. Applebee's. Get it together, baby.
Your throat hurts. Your cough hurts. Even your congestion hurts. And you've got the whole day ahead of you. Think fast. Introducing new Tylenol Cold Rapid Release Gels. They relieve even your most painful cold symptoms fast. New Tylenol Cold Rapid Release Gels. This season, get great value on Tylenol Cold at Walmart.
Problems. I had saw all the ads about positive changes and just decided to try it. It's a lifestyle change. I've lost 92 pounds in about 14 months and I just feel wonderful. I'm just very active, going to the gym, working in my yard, just feel better, I look better, and I plan to lose more. Thanks to positive changes, I'm living a longer and happier life.
Call for your free consultation today. Positive Changes Hypnosis Centers. Yes, it works.
Well, this morning, new battle lines are being drawn in the showdown between celebrities and the paparazzi. The latest twist, celebrity moms saying enough is enough when it comes to targeting their children. Even Julia Roberts is taking action. And for the story, we have Deborah Roberts. Morning, Deb.
Good morning, Chris. It's kind of out of control. We all know the scene far too well. You see a celebrity walking down the street and suddenly they're hounded by aggressive photographers. Well, when it happened to Julia Roberts recently, she took a bold step.
Hi, Julia. How are you? I'm
So
sorry.
listen.
Anna.
Hi. You can turn your video camera off. America's sweetheart, Julia Roberts, is giving the paparazzi a piece of her mind, pulling this photographer over in her own car just moments after spotting him with a video camera near a school in Malibu.
Okay.
Because I'm going to talk to you about the fact that you're at a school where children go. Turn it off.
Showdown with the paparazzi.
The shocking confrontation was the buzz of the entertainment show. Roberts told Access Hollywood, enough is enough.
I just told him that, a school is not a place for a grown man to be crawling around
trying to take pictures. I think there needs to be some kind of line.
And she's not alone.
It's really hard to tell a 4-year-old why he's been, a guy with a camera is running after him at the park.
Dealing with the paparazzi has always been a necessary evil for celebrity parents. Remember Princess Diana confronting an intrusive cameraman during a ski vacation with her young son?
As a parent, I want to protect the children. Right. And we'd really appreciate the space.
But in today's market, the competition for pictures of famous children is even more intense. The gloves are off, and kids are considered fair game.
These stalkerazzis are trying to create incidents with kids to get a reaction from the famous parents.
As long as there's someone willing to pay to get these photographs, people are going to do it.
And it's not just stars with children who've had it. George Clooney recently made his views on the paparazzi loud and clear.
How many people are you putting in danger right now? You drove like a maniac.
I didn't drive. I didn't drive.
Well, I don't care. At least understand.
Stuff from on. I think people at the highest level can't take it anymore and won't take it anymore.
Score one for the celebrities in the paparazzi war. What's so tough about this, too, Chris, is that, many of these aggressive photographers will provoke the children to make them cry, to scare them. It makes for a better photo.
It really does, and the money's there. It's tough. They have the law on their side, and the money's there. It's a tough situation.
There are some privacy laws, but the editors of these magazines or these television shows turn a blind eye, so they don't know where the pictures came from, and the whole thing just continues. It's really kind of out of control.
Right. Deb, thank you for that. When we come back now, GMA is going to join the tradition of holiday windows. Can't wait to see it. I haven't even seen it yet. What is behind that wrapper?
It's not that unusual when everything is beautiful. It's just another ordinary miracle today.
It's in your nature to care, to listen, to always be there. Isn't it nice that there's a pharmacy that cares as much as you do?
It's just another ordinary miracle.
CVS Pharmacy, for all the ways you care.
See what everyone's raving about. Book a Royal Caribbean cruise today and get out there.
Tomorrow, one DVD will take you over the edge. Hold on! 5. Pirates at World's End. Own it on 2-disc DVD tomorrow for a limited time only.
Powerful battery. Interchangeable system. It's time for one lithium-ion battery to do more. It's time for the VPX system from Black & Decker. It's time to retool.
In college, I wanted to be an architect. But after my father had a heart attack, I devoted my life to studying the heart.
Inventor of the Jarvik artificial heart, Dr. Robert Jarvik.
Now I trust my heart to Lipitor. Adding Lipitor lowers bad cholesterol 39 to 60% when diet and exercise aren't enough. And Lipitor does more. Unlike Crestor, Vytorin, and Zetia, Lipitor is FDA approved to reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke if you have several common risk factors for heart disease.
Ready, Dad?
Yeah. And Lipitor is one of the most researched medicines. I'm glad I take Lipitor as a doctor and a dad. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. You need simple blood tests to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor if you're taking other medications or if you have any muscle pain or weakness. This may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Lipitor is one of many treatment options to consider with your doctor. Don't wait. Ask your doctor.
Unwrap the body you've always wanted for Christmas with the holiday makeover from LA Weight Loss.
'Tis the season for losing. Get the body you always wanted just in time for the holidays.
4 weeks, 14 pounds, gone.
In just 5 weeks, you could lose up to 20 pounds. I did it.
LA gave me back my confidence.
Take it off for the holidays with the holiday makeover from LA Weight Loss.
Join this week at 50% off. Enjoy the holidays and lose your weight in 2008. 1-800-LA6-SLIM.
Had an accident with a new or late model car and paying for the repair yourself?
or have a high deductible? Here's another reason to say, uh-oh, better get Maaco.
Besides saving up to 33% compared to other body shops, Maaco is offering no-interest financing with 12 months to pay.
And the quality? Like the accident never happened. So when you're paying for collision repairs out of your pocket,
Maaco's no-interest financing is one more reason to say, uh-oh, better get Maaco.
Around the water cooler this morning, one of the signature things about Christmas in New York, the beautiful storefront windows.
125 years they've been doing it, making little kids' eyes pop open with wonder, including yours.
Oh, absolutely. Bella loved it, and they're getting better and better, boy. I'll tell you, even up at the North Pole, they'd have to be proud. Take a look. Fairy Tale Wonderlands, Christmas around the world, and a cheeky look at the meaning of green. In New York City, holiday windows are as iconic as Kris Kringle himself. Remember Miracle on 34th Street? Even he stops to look.
You're making a mistake. You've got Cupid where Blitzen should be.
The tradition goes back over a century. In the 1870s, Macy's created the first Christmas window. It didn't take long for other stores to follow suit. Soon, the merchandise went out the window. Displays came to be about creativity and got more intricate with technology. Moving dolls, speeding trains, each store developed a signature style.
Barney's windows tend to be a little bit more avant-garde. Bergdorf's tends to be more opulent. Lord & Taylor tend to be very traditional, ice skating around the market square. Macy's windows are a crowd pleaser. And then Saks, very often they do storybooks.
Teams of window elves work for up to a year, sketching, building, gluing. This year, that means 1 million seashells at Bergdorf, thousands of lights at Saks, and hundreds of bottle tops and cans to create Barney's recycling reindeer.
The nicest thing about windows is that they're democratic. They're the only free entertainment in town. I come to think about it, I should start charging, I think.
They wind up getting so many people in the stores, though, so they wind up getting their share.
But the people are wrapped around the block often.
yeah.
They really turn out to look at these windows.
Right, and not to be outdone by those windows, we decided to have a tradition of our own. We want you to come see the windows, as we said, right here in Times Square. So our own elves have been at work, and these are a kind of dueling set of windows. 3 major cities have contributed, and this morning, New York is going to unveil its New York window for all to see, and that will be right here. Coming up, we have a surprise guest dropping by. Not much of a surprise if you think who the mayor of New York is, for instance.
That makes it even better.
Yeah, and in our next hour, we want to tell you about a guest we have here because it's a miraculous weight loss. You're going to meet a woman who lost 500 pounds without surgery, without a special diet, and she says finding strangers to help her was the weapon that changed her life and can change yours too. And Keira Knightley will be here.
This guy used to keep a lot of pain relievers. He had one for belly flops. He had another one for backflips. He went head first into some heavy metal. He got another one for that. Then he realized he didn't need different pain relievers for all his pains. Advil works on all of them. It's his every pain reliever, and nothing's proven stronger. He'll feel that in the morning, but he's all Advil, so he'll be ready. Shouldn't you be all Advil?
Now you can own these great gifts on DVD and high def for Christmas. Happy Feet.
What you doing with your feet?
They're happy too. And the Polar Express.
The true spirit of Christmas lies in your heart.
Great holiday gifts for the whole family. Now on DVD and high def. Rated G and PG. Each DVD sold separately.
And I like to call this the "Oh yes" section.
Oh, why's that?
Well, because that's what you'll say.
50% off all VTech and these Barbies and Hot Wheels. Kmart, this season shine.
Because you never seem to get stranded in safe places.
Mom, gonna be late for the game.
Black & Decker created the Simple Start. Just plug it into your car lighter and within minutes, your battery is charged. Simple Start from Black & Decker.
Sweet, colorful, delicious fruit. Has nature given us anything more perfect? That's why for over 60 years, Minute Maid has been dedicated to creating juices and drinks that take the best fruit has to offer. It's our way of making life a little juicier.
Why do I love Walmart? Mackenzie Lynn Jacobs. All she wanted for Christmas was an iPod Nano. I had no idea they had iPods at Walmart. And the price was great. Save money, live better. Walmart.
I work in the movies.
It's Monty?
Later. I'm a kind of star, I guess. I live in Hollywood, but I work on Broadway in New York. Thank you. In Tombstone, Arizona. A part of South America you might not have heard of. Hi. Hi, Klaus. And London, England. Hi, I'm in the middle of something. Hi. So I need a network that works where I live. A place called Holly-Yorkazona, South of Maryland.
Monty.
Monty, what's the deal?
The new AT&T works in more places like Holly-Yorkazona, South of Maryland.
Tired of paying too much for your glasses? The Binions half-off sale is so big, it's been held over. Get half off all frames and lenses, and most glasses are ready in about an hour. Get half off a complete pair of glasses during the half-off sale held over at Binions. Why pay more?
K2 News, named Best Investigative Journalism by the Associated Press.
Why are you looking at me? I told you not to do it. I thought we had an understanding. How many times do we have to have this conversation? I'm not sitting in timeout for you again. Nope, it's not gonna work this time.
Time to get your carpet cleaned? Call today about our $99 special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets carpet cleaner.
Drive through for a better toasted sub, like our new chicken parmesan and meatball toasted subs, covered with marinara and melted mozzarella and served on toasted ciabatta bread. One bite and you'll be saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Buy the new AT&T, your world delivered.
Tonight at 9, 8 Central is now.
Samantha time.
That's 9, 8 Central for Samantha who?
To Sam. To Sam.
You'll love the #1 new comedy at its new time.
I am in love.
Christina Applegate is hilarious.
Hey, I'm funny. Did you know I was funny?
So you definitely need to check out Samantha who?
At 9.
At 9, 8 Central.
And I'm not going to be late to the show again.
Make sure you're not late for a new Samantha who? Tonight at 9, 8 Central on ABC.
Let's be straight up. Here's why you should get a Toyota Tundra. And here's why you should get one right now. Now you can get 0% financing on Tundra or $2,500 cash back. There it is, straight up. Just visit your Toyota dealer. Toyota, a smart way to keep moving forward.
This is a public auction notice. 250 brand new homes, investment properties, and condominiums in the greater Portland area are ordered sold in a giant 2-day auction liquidation event on December 15th and 16th at the Oregon Convention Center. 250 homes must be sold. Previously listed at up to $650,000. Starting bids begin as low as $149,000. Special financing available as low as 3% down. All homes open for viewing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Go to www.auctiontoday.com for all auction details.
Someone you love may be a numismatist. It's true, millions collect coins. It's the rush they get collecting something worthwhile. But they need your help. Give them genuine coins from the United States Mint, like the presidential $1 coin proof set. Your gift will make a difference for generations to come. Visit usmint.gov. United States Mint, genuinely worthwhile.
Your next Max moment awaits. Save on an incredible selection of unique gifts right now at TJ Maxx. You'll score high-end gifts for everyone on your list at up to 50% off department store prices. With savings this good, you'll need a bigger treat.
K2 News, voted Best Newscast by the Associated Press. Alerting you to severe weather where you live. This is K2 Storm Tracker Weather.
And good morning, everybody. We're at 7:58. We're going to get you back to Good Morning America in just a few minutes. But the severe weather, we've been going on about 3 days of it right now. And our big concern is wind and rain. And in the future, we're looking at probably some flooding. So let's check quickly with Rhonda Shelby back in the Storm Tracker Weather Center.
Well, the big problem, Carl, is the rain is not let up around our area and into southwest Washington and southwest Oregon as well. It actually extends up and down the coastline from Washington to Oregon and all the way down into northern California. That plus the strong wind is what we're up against for the next few hours into the afternoon. Here's a look at the satellite radar picture, and obviously you can see the rain pouring into our region non-stop. And in fact, the cold front associated with all of this is way back here. And when that comes through, I expect the rain to actually get heavier at times than you're seeing it right now. So we have much of the rest of the day looking very wet. In the last 48 hours, we've had just an amazing amount of rainfall, 4 inches or more in Kelso Longview, over 3 in Astoria, higher amounts in the Coast Range and the Cascades. So far, just about 2 inches of rain in Portland, 1.3 in Salem. And all of this rain has to go somewhere. So there are some flood watches, and in fact, a flood watch for the entire region through Wednesday, flood warnings on some local rivers, which I'll tell you about in just a minute. If you missed it earlier this morning, overnight, we've had some very strong wind gusts. Bay City, 129 mile per hour wind gusts recorded by a spotter down there. Weather spotter up at Bay Center, closer to Long Beach, 119 mile per hour gusts. The blue gusts are earlier this morning. The white gusts you can see there were from yesterday, but I have had some reports just in the last 15 minutes that the winds have picked up around Rockaway, where the gusts are at 76 miles per hour, 80 mile per hour gusts consistently now at Lincoln City. Most of the areas where the coast juts out just a bit, seeing stronger winds, but as you can see everywhere else, sustaining the 40 to 60 mile per hour range. Right now, this is the last 30 minutes in Portland, Vancouver. Salem getting the most wind, 40 to 45 mile per hour gusts. Everybody else in the 30 to 38 mile per hour range. And you're not seeing anything recorded here for Portland and Troutdale. That's because we haven't had any wind gusts over 20 miles per hour in the last 30 minutes. So that's good news. Satellite radar picture shows the advancing storm system. The center is here, the cold front right here, and that's going to advance very slowly today up to Vancouver Island. And while it's doing that, the winds will continue. Gusts at hurricane force, valley locations possibly 45 to 55 miles per hour, and I believe those wind gusts will be isolated, Carl, into the higher ridges. And additional rainfall, we are looking at 1 to 2 inches of rain. Want to also mention the flood warnings. The National Weather Service saying that the Siletz, the Trask, the Wilson, the Grays, and the Selle, the Willapa, the Nehalem, all going to be at flood stage by the end of the day today, if not already. And in the valleys, Johnson Creek also rising to flood stage, and it will take a while for these swollen rivers to get back down to normal. So we have quite a bit going on here, Carl. I think we're out of this whole thing by tonight, late, and then we're just looking at scattered showers beyond that, but certainly the strongest storm we've seen so far this season.
Absolutely. Rhonda, you mentioned the Wilson River, one of the ones we're watching. Bob High is in Tillamook, and he's been watching the Wilson along with a lot of other things as far as bad weather on the coast. Bob?
Well, Carl, and the bad news is that we are still getting continuing gusts, very serious gusts, and as you can see, just heavy rain here in the Tillamook area. You can see one of the gusts that took down this huge tree outside the Tillamook County Courthouse. We've been watching that all morning. Already evacuation along the Wilson River. The power's back on here in downtown Tillamook, but we understand there are power outages across the county, across Tillamook County, both on the north end, south end, right here in town. Again, power back on. Another problem for power crews is the continuing winds make it very dangerous to work on some of the sites where they need to make repairs. They're doing that as fast as they can, but it will take most of the day. Also, travel outside of Tillamook, very risky if you can get out at all. We understand that highways both north and south and to the east up the Wilson River Highway closed down because of downed trees and power lines. If you don't have to go outside, they say stay home if you're in this area. If you want to come to the coast, double think those plans because it is very difficult, if not impossible, to get out here right now. Live in Tillamook, Bob High, K2 News.
Okay, Bob, thanks for the update. And that tree behind him is an amazing picture. We were watching Bob yesterday. That tree was up, and now it has cracked and fallen down because of the wind. Lots of road closures, as Bob mentioned, especially on the coast on Highway 101 and in the metro area. And we have all those at the bottom of your screen on our crawl. You can see that. Also, lots of schools are delayed or closed today, most of them on the northern Oregon coast as well. You can see them there, or you can go to KATU.com. Traffic is big news today. It's rough getting around. Let's get the Beat the Traffic map up and check with Lauren Ellison.
It sure is. Good morning, everyone. This rain and storm definitely taking its toll on this morning's commute. We do have a serious accident to tell you about in southeast Portland at Holgate between 86th and 87th. The intersection, that area is closed right now. Reportedly multiple cars involved. Also southeast Mill Plain, an accident at northeast Chocolaw to be aware of. On the I-5 system, slow going still from Main Street over the bridge all the way down through Marine Drive and Delta Park. We want to give you a live look right now from our camera at Marine Drive. The cars moving away from us on the right-hand side of your screen are moving slowly into Delta Park, into downtown this morning. I-5 northbound seeing some slowing around Lake Oswego area coming up from Wilsonville. Then again from Haines past Capitol here and through the curves. On the Banfield, same is true there from about 102nd now all the way inbound past Grand here on the left-hand side of your screen. For commuters, it's slow going. And on Sunset, rather, it's slow going from 185th to Cornell and then from Murray past the cemetery here down into 405. Do want to tell you about it. Southeast Foster at 111th. It is closed due to high standing water, and you'll find that around the metro area. Stay tuned to K2 and go to our website for further details. As we look and beat the traffic, back to you, Carl.
Good, Lauren. Thank you very much. We're going to join Good Morning America in progress now. We'll be back about every half an hour to give you updates here locally. Stay with us here on K2.
One amendment could have potentially allowed him to hang on to the presidency for life. Chavez unexpectedly accepted the results and congratulated the opposition. Now to a health alert for parents about giving children peanuts too early in life. A new study says there are more cases of peanut allergies among very young children nowadays because many parents don't know just how dangerous peanuts can be. Here's Andrea Canning.
When Kyle Stokes was just a year old, he was rushed to the emergency room after having a severe allergic reaction to peanut butter.
The swelling was the most scary because he was unrecognizable. His face swelled about twice the size.
His mom, Jody, says her pediatrician okayed the introduction of solid foods at 1 year, but never mentioned that peanuts could be harmful at that age.
I definitely think there's some confusion with when to start giving peanuts to children.
Many doctors say children shouldn't be exposed to peanuts until 3 years old, but the study suggests that a growing number of parents are misinformed or just choosing to ignore the recommendations.
It's been the average age of about 14 months that they're already coming in having had a peanut allergic reaction for something that they're likely to keep for the rest of their life.
Peanuts account for 80% of all fatal and near-fatal allergic reactions. Doctors say the best defense, waiting until a child's immune system is strong enough to fend off the effects of peanuts, a precaution that could be a lifesaver. For Good Morning America, Andrea Canning, ABC News, New York.
That's a look at the news at 8:06. Now on to the weather and Sam Champion in Maine. Sam, is it still snowing?
Good morning, Deborah. It is. We've got some snow here. They expect it throughout the day and even into the night and into the day tomorrow, and that's how they're going to get the pile up of, in some cases, more than 24 inches of snow. Let's show you what it looks like in Glens Falls, New York. This area around the Albany area, which got some snow, then changed over to rain, and now they're a little bit warm. Well, they're warm enough now to be getting some mist later on tonight. Behind this developing nor'easter, cold air will pour into New England and switch a lot of areas back into snow. Let's show you what to expect out of this storm. And the inland areas will be the big collectors here because coastal areas will waffle a bit because of the warmer water temperature, but inland areas are picking up a good heavy hit of snow and a gusty wind that'll run all the way down the eastern seaboard as this very strong low gets into shape. Let's show you the west coast. We've got a brand new snowmaker. This is a separate storm that's up into the northwest. It is dry in the south after that real kind of wet week last week. Now it's dry into Southern California, into the deserts. They will get another rainmaker before the week is out, and also into around the Great Lakes. We've got one clipper system that moves from the Great Lakes into New England over the next 36 hours. So one more hit of wintry weather. That is the weather around the nation. Here's what you can expect this morning.
Everybody's dreaming big. Oh, you've always got a reason to shine. It's how it goes. And every day, America, waking up, see what you might find. Waking up with Good Morning America.
And we'll have more weather from Portland, Maine, where it's still snowing in the next half hour. But now to my buddy, my pal, Chris Cuomo. Chris.
Thank you, Sam. I like to be known that way. All right, we have a great treat for you now. Keira Knightley. When you talk about her, there are almost too many avenues to flattery. You have her looks, you have her charm, and what I like best, her versatility as an actor. No wonder you got an Oscar nomination. The new film is Atonement. I have to tell you, it is such an interesting story. You start off 3 characters mainly, right?
Yeah.
Supposed to be a love story, but it gets thwarted. What
Yes.
an interesting storyline. Tell me a little bit about it.
It's been I mean, for me, I think the film is about the tragedies that occur when the line between fact and fiction is blurred. Because I think you follow a character that's got a very overactive imagination, and she accuses somebody of something, and lives get taken in the wrong direction. So it's a tragedy, but it's a beautiful one.
It is. You know, I think that's a nice way to put it, because so often in life we talk about what happens when you do the wrong thing, how you make up for it, and sometimes the punishment is even worse when nothing happens, when it doesn't get exposed. Now, interestingly, your character starts off as somebody who's not that likable, if that's fair to say.
I think that's fair
But
enough.
she winds up becoming very sympathetic.
Yeah.
Difficult to do as an actor, to manipulate the character that way?
I loved it completely. I mean, I completely fell in love. I play Cecilia Tallis, and as soon as I read the script and the book, I totally fell in love with her. Because I think, you know, I don't think that she's a bad person. I think that she's just behaving rather sort of brattish at that particular point. And I don't know, I thought she was completely fascinating.
I love the versatility. You make someone unsympathetic sympathetic. Also in this, intriguing to me, you do have a steamy love scene in this movie.
We do.
How do you handle that as an actor? I've always wondered.
Well, I mean, it's always rather difficult. I think a lot of times in films, love scenes can be rather gratuitous, but this one, it's in the book as well, and it's one of the most important scenes in the film, and it had to be incredibly passionate, because you kind of have to believe that these 2 characters wait for each other for 5 years. So we talked about it a lot. I'm friends with the director, Joe Wright. I don't know if that made it easier to do the love scene in front of him, but you know, I think it works. I think it's a very dramatic scene, and you just get on with it, I suppose.
That's exactly what you have to do. We have a little clip here of the movie, of that scene in particular. Let's take a look and listen.
I don't know how I could have been so ignorant about myself. So stupid. You do know what I'm talking about, don't you? You knew before I did.
Why are you crying?
Don't you know?
Yes, I know exactly.
It's the morning version, but you can see
it's a bit
this.
early for all of that, isn't it?
I know, that's right. Well, that part's okay.
I got a bit worried. There are children over there.
No. It was never in doubt. It was never in doubt.
Good.
Now, the last time we spoke, you were on the island of Dominica, and you were shooting the Pirates of Caribbean. And then everybody was saying, oh, she handles this so well. She's like one of the guys. She gets in there, she does some of her own stunts.
Yeah.
Now, on this movie, couldn't be more different, but you hear the same type of compliments. Oh, it was very natural for Keira. She got in here, she's just like one of the crew. It was great. She fit right in, easy. How do you make that transition?
I don't know. I suppose I love change. I think that's what really excites me about being an actress. I love the opportunity to kind of do a film like Pirates of the Caribbean, which is all stunts and action and great fun, and then going to something that's dramatically and emotionally very challenging, like Atonement. I think if you possibly can do that, then that's a very privileged position to be in.
The moods of the different characters, you know, you see it in Pirates, certainly you see it in this. Do you play to a little of that naturally? Is there a little bit of moodiness in there?
I think so, probably.
A little bit?
Yeah.
You can get
Not this morning. I think I'm all right.
No, you're okay so far. That's why I had the chairs moved a little bit more
Oh,
apart
good.
than
Yes, you
usual,
should.
Just in case.
I got a sword.
Yes.
And decided to...
What's about that question? A little. Because that's not good morning TV.
No,
either.
it's not, is it? No.
You do beautifully in it. I wish you every success.
Thank you
Always
very
nice to have you on here.
Thank you.
Good luck. The movie is Atonement, and you can get out there and see it. Now, when we come back, though, the woman who lost 500 pounds without surgery, the story is certainly amazing. The reason she was able to do it, when we come back.
This year, give the gift that will thrill everyone. Give the ideal gift from Omaha Steaks. It includes filet mignon, top sirloins, burgers, stuffed soles, stuffed baked potatoes, a chocolate lover's cake, and a free 7-piece cutlery set. World-famous Omaha Steaks, a gift that brings family and friends together. The ideal gift is specially priced for the holidays at just $59.99 plus shipping. Make someone happy. Call 1-800-953-GRILL. The ideal gift from Omaha Steaks, bringing people together. Must be 18 or older to order.
This is called a wishbone, and the one who gets the bigger half gets their
wish.
Wow, it worked.
A gift from Kay Jewelers means every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully. She'll absolutely love it.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
What's the best way to take care of rough, dry skin? Help it take care of itself.
Introducing Intense Skin Repair from dermatologist-developed Lubriderm. It helps rough, dry skin heal itself, like healthy skin does naturally. Every drop has unique time-release technology and is clinically shown to moisturize for 24 hours, helping dry skin repair itself, so it heals.
Smooth, healthy skin that lasts all day. That takes care of that.
Help your skin help itself with new Intense Skin Repair from Lubriderm, the healthy skin experts.
I love you too much. It won't last.
I'm not going anywhere. Her husband's life just ended.
I got a delivery.
But he made a plan.
Hey, baby, surprise. I've written you letters. Now you must do what I say, okay?
For her life to begin again.
Go out and get a little crazy.
No way I'm doing this.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Oh my God, look at that. I'm trouble.
I like trouble. P.S. I love you.
Are you single?
Yes.
Are you gay?
Yes.
Rated PG-13. Starts December 21st.
Why do I love Walmart? The Christmas morning fashion show. Our girls just love trying on their new clothes, especially the graphic hoodies from Walmart. They've got tons of colors, and they cost less than $10. Save money, live better, Walmart.
Going up? 14. No. 15. No. 17. 21. 21 meatballs. Yum.
Campbell's microwavable soup. Good to go.
It sneaks up on you. You may fall asleep right away, but a few hours later, you're wide awake. Once again, you can't get back to sleep. Unlike other sleep aids, Ambien CR has 2 layers of sleep relief. The first dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep fast. The second dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. Until you know how Ambien CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Be sure you're able to devote 7 to 8 hours to sleep before being active again. Sleepwalking and eating or driving while not fully awake with amnesia for the event have been reported. In rare cases, sleep aids may cause severe allergic reactions, such as swelling of your tongue or throat or shortness of breath. If you experience any of these behaviors or reactions, contact your doctor immediately. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. It's non-narcotic and can be taken for as long as your prescriber recommends. However, like most sleep aids, it has some risk of dependency. Don't take it with alcohol. See what 2 layers can do for you. Ask your prescriber about Ambien CR for a good night's sleep from start to finish.
What are you doing for Christmas, Mom?
Oh. Well. Barry, could you play Winter Wonderland?
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening?
Do you mind Jingle Bells?
Dashing through the snow. Hey, why don't I just do a whole CD for you? Dashing through
the Barry Manilow Christmas CD from Hallmark. Just $7.95 when you buy 3 cards.
Mom!
It's your turn, Mandy.
Only at today's Hallmark Gold Crown stores.
And now one of the most intriguing cases of weight loss we've ever encountered. In March of 2000, Nancy Machen weighed more than 700 pounds, hadn't left her apartment for 12 years. Today, she weighs about 170. She lost more than 500 pounds without surgery. So how did she do it? Well, finding the things she cared about and accidentally finding some strangers who cared about her. Nancy Machen at 700 pounds, locked, she says, in an unending cycle of food and shame, more food, more shame. Isolated because going out was exhausting and a terror.
It's so humiliating. You're a sideshow attraction. Why wouldn't you hide?
She says she sent her son for groceries. Only her family could see her. Then, after 12 years of weight gain, her sister gave her a computer. She'd always been a political junkie and went on one chat room, then another, only to find strangers responded to her thoughts, not her appearance. And today, 3 years and 530 pounds later, Nancy Machen as she was, Nancy Machen as she is. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, and come in and sit down. What a story this is. This was the skirt you wore.
Yes.
Let me stand up.
It's a beauty.
And it fit.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to keep this?
Oh, absolutely. At first I was going to make curtains out of it, and then I thought, no, I may have to bronze it now.
The skirt, a reminder of her prison.
When you weigh 700 pounds, you really don't think something's going to change or, gee, I think I'll buy a treadmill. You've given up hope. You've resigned yourself to what's come and what's going to come, death eventually. The beauty of it, Diane, was that the internet provided anonymity, and people who would have rejected me out of hand based on appearance got to see my insides.
She says the weight gain started 20 years ago.
And what kind of eating patterns to call? I called it one cheeseburger at a time. Because, you know, it's so obvious you eat too much. My son would bring me 10 double cheeseburgers. So I'd eat 4, put the rest in the fridge, and then they'd call to me during the night or whatever, and you'd eat them cold. I could go in and overeat cold squash out of the fridge. It doesn't matter. You're stuffing your feelings. That's what people need to know. It's not just being a glutton. You're stuffing your feelings. You are substituting for something else you really need, which I think is value. I rediscovered my value.
Tell me about your son in the middle of this.
I was 9 years old when I started gaining weight. He's told me later that he really worried that he'd come and find me dead someday. And of course, that was my greatest fear too, is that someday he would be the one to find me. And if I talk about it too much, I'll cry, because that's about the only thing that I regret. I don't regret years lost. I've learned something. I have a rare perspective on life. I enjoy things more. I only regret that my son, that I hurt him, that I marred his childhood somehow, that it could have been more full.
With the help of those strangers, she says she didn't even notice she was losing weight.
I was so busy and so happy to get up every morning that I like to say I lost weight in my fingers first.
Then one day, the cat jumped on her lap and she realized she had a lap.
So if you could say one thing to anyone out there who is dreaming of some light going on, some door opening, some radical change.
Diane, I've heard so many times, I've said it myself, if I could only lose 40 or 50 pounds, I'd be so much happier. I found on this journey that the opposite is true. If you, oh Lord, people want to lose weight and they think that that's the key. The key is to find contentment and value in yourself by reaching out and doing something that's not for you, and the weight will come off as a side effect. It really will. It did for me. That's all I can say. In my case, that is exactly what happened, and I would say that's a pretty big example of what can happen.
In a letter, she wrote,
I was being loved and nurtured by faceless strangers. In a world where you are given levels of worth dependent on first impressions, these friends accepted who I was based on my mind and soul. The anonymity of the computer gave me access to a world that would have just as well have left me alone to die, but I did not.
And our thanks to Nancy. Coming up, we're going to go in Tommy Hilfiger's closet, and also Chris Cuomo had a conversation with some kids in Pakistan he has brought back for all of us to hear. What do they really think about America and terrorism? We'll take a break and return with more of Good Morning America.
That was my hunger, roaring at me all the time. I weighed almost 300 pounds. I spent years trying diets, diet pills, exercise programs. Nothing worked.
That's when Cindy's doctor recommended the lap band system. He surgically implanted this device around her stomach to help her feel full, faster, and longer. And unlike gastric bypass surgery, there was no stomach cutting or stapling.
Thanks to Lap Band and my new diet and exercise program, I will never look like that again.
Visit lapband.com or call 1-800-366-3129 for your free information kit. As with any surgery, there are possible risks and complications with the lap band system, including but not limited to infection, nausea, vomiting, band slippage and obstruction, and in rare cases, gastric perforation and reoperation. Visit lapband.com or call 1-800-366-3129 for more risk information.
Ask your doctor if you qualify for the lap band system surgery.
And start taming your hunger.
Get your pet ready for a digital photo with Santa Claus at PetSmart. We'll donate $5 to help homeless pets this weekend from 11 to 4. PetSmart. Be better together.
Because hard-to-reach places are hard to clean places.
Good luck, Jason.
Black & Decker created the 18-volt pivot vac with 30% more suction and a 10-position nozzle. It's our most powerful hand vac ever.
The ruling power seeks to control every world and every universe. Nothing will stop them from trying to take over. Nothing but the Golden Compass and the one who can read it.
The critics are hailing The Golden Compass is beyond spectacular.
She is in possession of the compass. She must be found.
It's a stunning epic. You're under our protection.
Just let them try to stop us.
A gripping, unforgettable odyssey. The Golden Compass. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday only in theaters.
Okay, people, we have one night to decorate the store. Don't break anything.
Thank you.
Stay away from the cookies.
How did I get stuck with this job?
All right, ladies, let's do it. Yo, Usher.
Jessica, darling.
My bad.
Only one star can bring all these stars home for the holidays. That's the magic of Macy's.
My allergies make it hard to work, but I can't take an allergy medicine that puts my head in a fog. That's why I'm Claritin Clear out here and in here too. Whether it's dust, mold, or Sam here, Claritin relieves all my worst indoor allergy symptoms for 24 hours. I sneeze, this guy could lose his nose. Only Claritin is proven to make me alert and focused. And Claritin won't make me drowsy like other allergy medicines can. For me, a sharp mind's more important than a sharp chisel. Non-drowsy Claritin. Live Claritin Clear, indoors and out.
Credit card debt, home repair, college tuition. With all your bills, where will you be when your adjustable rate mortgage increases, which could raise your monthly payments by as much as 48%? Call LendingTree before one thing does lead to another. Refinance today while rates are low. Lock into this great fixed-rate mortgage today and keep your home on solid ground. Call 1-800-555-TREE. LendingTree. When banks compete, you win.
Alerting you to severe weather where you live. This is K2 Storm Tracker Weather.
And hello, everybody. Carl Click with you here at 8:25. Severe weather. We've seen it many places, and we know of one bad spot right now we want to check on. Jeff Yeager, our reporter on Highway 26 on the telephone. Jeff, what have you run into?
Well, Carl, we just got off the freeway here at Highway 26 in Helvetia in Hillsborough. The stoplight is out. That's because on Helvetia, the road's closed because some old oak trees fell over and knocked out power out here. Crews are on the scene working on it, but it is causing some delays for those driving on 26 westbound trying to get off at Helvetia. But the wind's apparently strong enough or the tree old enough that it was able to cross completely across Helvetia and knock out those power lines, Carl.
Okay, Jeff, one of many, many problems we're keeping an eye on, and it's all because of the wind and the rain. Let's get a check-in now with Rhonda in our Storm Tracker Weather Center, see how much longer we have to put up with all this.
Yeah, we have that big storm moving in right now, and the area of low pressure associated with it is moving closer to the coastline. So is the cold front, so I expect winds and rain to intensify at times this morning, especially along the coast, which has really been hit hard by all of us this morning. Let's take a look at satellite radar, and you can see how much rain is coming in with this. I would not be surprised if more trees that are seeing their roots loosened by all of this heavy rain come down today, because we expect this kind of rainfall, moderate to heavy, to continue at least through the morning hours and into the afternoon, because the edge of the cold front is not until it's way out here away from the coast, a few hundred miles. So we have a few more hours to get through. Here are the peak wind gusts from this morning, and they are very, very impressive. Rockaway Beach, 104-mile-per-hour wind gust. That one is a new one, just recorded on the wind gauge out there by a weather spotter. 119 Bay Center near Long Beach, 129-mile-per-hour unconfirmed report out of Bay City, and Lincoln City has had a 92-mile-per-hour gust today. Right around that 70-mile-per-hour range is where we're seeing the Newport winds, and that has been for the past hours where you'll see the highest gust. And that tells the story there at the Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel, Lincoln City, 55 degrees, an inch of rain, and the wind still blowing like mad. I want to also mention for you folks watching us from the gorge, the snow level's gone way up since yesterday. We're at 39 degrees in the Dalles and also in Hood River, so it's going to be all rain for you once you get some rain into your area. 48-hour rainfall totals are the reason why the rivers are swollen today and the reason why we have a flood watch through Wednesday for our area. Flood warnings for coastal rivers. More than 4 inches of rain fell in Kelso Longo. In fact, we're up to 4.5. You're keeping score in Portland, 2.26. and Seattle has had more than 4.4 inches of rain. So as this whole storm system moves in, this all continues. I don't think we'll be out of it until later tonight. Right now, wind gusts in the metro area really not a factor. It's really been the water that's slowed a lot of people down. Gusts at the moment in the last hour have been right around the 35 to 38 mile per hour mark. So to sum it up for you, strong winds, heavy rain continue, and in some places up till about 10 o'clock tonight, we'll be looking at that heavy rain. Wind should relax by tonight. Wind gusts, though, still up to around 100 miles per hour, especially this morning. And valley locations that are up very high and exposed to the southwest will see some stronger gusts near 55 miles per hour. So that's what we have for now. We'll keep you posted every 30 minutes or so, Carl. Right now, it looks like winds are ramping up again along the coast at this hour.
Well, we can check on that immediately. Rhonda, thank you very much, because Bob High is near the coast. He's in the city of Tillamook, has been all weekend, and we're going to check in with him again once then for the current conditions in Tillamook. Bob?
Oh, Carl, it's raining very heavily. We understand that Highway 101 is closed both in here in Tillamook and so is Wilson River Loop Road, if people are familiar with this area. You can see we've been watching this all morning long. The breeze, the gusts here through this area continue being very strong enough earlier today to take down the tree in front of the Tillamook County Courthouse. But again, authorities have been racing around trying to get to some 150 spots where power is out around the county. And so the people who don't have to come out today, don't come out. If you're planning a trip to the coast, we understand that all the highways into Tillamook are closed because of downed trees, and crews are having a tough time getting to some of those areas because of the continuing bad weather. That's another reason why this probably will take a long time to recover from today and get some of those roads open. The continuing wind and rain makes it almost impossible for the crews to reach some of those areas and work in those areas safely. Again, authorities are saying stay home if you can. If you're in this area, stay home. If you're planning a trip to the coast, don't do it, because it is just that dangerous still because of the ongoing gusts and the trees that are expected to still be coming down throughout the rest of the morning. We'll monitor the situation. Carl, back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you again for the update. On the telephone with us now from the Oregon Department of Transportation, Christine Miles. Those crews busy, as you can imagine. Let's see if things are getting any better out there. Christine, good morning again.
Good morning, Carl. I wish I could tell you something different, but it's still pretty bad this morning. As our crews head out, especially in the coastal areas, as there's now daylight, we're finding more fallen trees, a lot more standing water. In fact, I just got a report, the Nehalem Highway, there's water over the roadway in that area. So we're recommending motorists another spot along the coast that we're recommending motorists to stay away from. Again, a lot of fallen trees, Carl. Highway 6, Banks to Tillamook, closed. Highway 26, Staley's Junction to the coast, closed. Highway 18, Highway 20, all closed.
Christine, here in the northern part of the state, really, if you needed to get to the coast, it might not be possible on the roads that you would usually take, right?
You know, it's really not. We're checking right now with WashDOT to find out if there's any route from Washington to the coast, but they're checking right now, too. So we don't really have a good recommendation because this storm is hitting the coast so hard, it's not really leaving any roadway open. So we're telling motorists, please, if you don't have to travel the coast, please do not do so this morning. Now, in the metro area, we do have some good news. The roadways are slick, and there is a lot of heavy pounding rain, but so far, no closures. So that part is good.
And that's on the state roads, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And also, people can log on to tripcheck.com, check out where they're going to see if their roadway is open.
Good. Christine Miles, ODOT, thank you very much. She was talking mostly about the state roads. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, we have a list of, first of all, school closures and delays, lots of them in the northern Oregon coast right now, but also lots of roads that are closed in the metro area. One of note, Southeast Foster at 111th. Too much water. It's covering the whole road. Can't get through there. We have a list of those at the bottom of the screen. We'll run that throughout Good Morning America. We could also have it all on our website at KATU.com if you want to check there as well for all those updates. We will keep you abreast of everything we know throughout the day. Stay with us and have a great morning.
I know a place
I know a place where you could win big. Santa's Elves delivered 2 Porsches and a ton of cash to Spirit Mountain Casino. Check out the Santa's Workshop giveaway now through Christmas Day and have yourself a very Merry Christmas. Complete rules available at the Coyote Club.
This is K2 on your side. If you're in one of these locations, you may be able to receive a clearer signal by tuning to one of these UHF channels.
Give your home the gift of new carpet this holiday season and save 50%. Call Empire today during our Home for the Holidays sale. We'll bring samples right to your home, where it's easy to match colors and styles to your decor. And we'll install your new carpet next day. You'll save 50%, plus make no payments till 2009. You'll even get a free turkey. So call Empire today. Give your home the gift of new carpet and save 50% now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Tired of paying too much for your glasses? The Binions half-off sale is so big, it's been held over. Get half off all frames and lenses. And most glasses are ready in about an hour. Get half off a complete pair of glasses during the half-off sale held over at Binions. Why pay more?
Tonight, looking for an unusual gift?
You're being socially responsible.
How about something that teaches kids about the world? Shelley Bailey Shaw shares her picks.
My favorite socially responsible kid gifts this year.
Gifts that keep on giving. Tonight at 5 on K2 News.
All new, next Martha.
What do these women have in common?
They're all Italian, they're all chefs,
And they're sharing with you their favorite recipes.
Get into the kitchen because some of the finest Italian dishes are now yours. Next time.
Today at 11 on K2 on your side. Gifts that keep on giving. Tonight at 5 on K2 News.
They said some very surprising things. Take a listen. Do any of your parents make an issue of how you decide to look?
Oh, well, my mother actually.
Your mother wants you to dress this way traditionally?
No, she doesn't.
She does not?
Yes, she does not want me to dress like this.
Miriam's choice of conservatism reflects the identity process Pakistani youths are experiencing.
On the one hand, you have MTV, you have pop music, you have rock music, and on the other hand, you have images of suicide bombings happening inside your country.
So, Pakistani youth culture for dummies. What is popular on television?
If you're amongst the upper elite, you probably end up watching MTV.
You pick up the American sitcoms and stuff like that?
People pick up Friends, Family Guy, all these sitcoms.
I do watch English movies.
What kind?
Like Gladiator, The Devil's Advocate, Troy.
And what about music?
I like Linkin Park,
Really?
Nirvana, System of a Down, Creed. But I don't like Madonna, Britney, and stuff like that.
A lot of people who are moved towards religious fundamentalism, they don't want you listening to Western music. They think it's a corruptive influence.
Well, Linkin Park, they have revolutionary songs, and Nirvana is good. But
Nirvana's just good. You don't even need to explain it. They're just good no matter what you like. Nirvana's okay. Then a surprising assessment that shows the distance between our political cultures. When I asked about Osama bin Laden's latest audio tape, one of them answered with a question of her own.
who is Osama bin Laden? He's just a character created by America.
Well, actually, 98% of Pakistan would probably fall along the same line. They believe that Osama is basically a CIA agent who is working undercover to put a bad image of Islam.
Really? So that there is no Osama bin Laden?
A lot of them find it difficult to believe that such Muslims could actually exist.
We could all drive an hour from where we are right now and find many, many people who stand by what Osama bin Laden says in the spirit of Islam.
To be quite honest, that's a very marginalized section of Pakistani society. Islamic extremism that you find here did not really exist in Pakistan pre-9/11 or pre the Musharraf government.
And finally, a message from this cross-section of young people to their counterparts in the U.S.
We're the same human beings just like you. We have similar aspirations, we have similar ideals. In the end, we're all just human beings, and we should really try to understand more about each other rather than just simply make overgeneralizations.
Overgeneralizations, understanding one group through the other's eyes. Very important, because more and more this policy winds up becoming about perspective. Also, the same thing when we look in neighboring Afghanistan. We have a new ABC News, BBC poll that finds Afghans have become much more critical of U.S. involvement, and there's growing support for the Taliban in parts of the country. We're very lucky today to have author and journalist Sebastian Junger. He was embedded with a platoon fighting the Taliban in one of the deadliest spots in the world, in Afghanistan's Korangal Valley. His story of these courageous men who face death every day is in the new issue of Vanity Fair. He is courageous himself. Good morning to you, Sebastian. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
This is hard work, to be out with people in an area. Afghanistan, we think, is in a period of transition. The violence is over. The realities, you know all too well, is very different. What did you see out there with these guys?
I've been going back repeatedly to follow this platoon. When I was there in September, I was amazed. We were getting into firefights at least every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. 1/5 of the combat in all of Afghanistan is happening in this one 6-mile-long valley. It was very, very intense fighting.
Had you ever seen anything like it before? And this is, a question to somebody who's seen it, who's been there, who's been in and out of conflicts. What did you take away from this one?
Yeah, I've covered wars all over the world. I've never been in this much combat. The Taliban were attacking from as close as 100 yards away. It was very, very intense. It was happening several times a day. But the soldiers were, I've been much more scared in other situations. The soldiers are so professional. They really know what they're doing. And you actually feel strangely confident.
They have so much levity in situations that ordinarily you'd be terrified. I mean, all of us, when we're in situations with the soldiers who are fighting, they use humor. They use comedy to kind of keep themselves together in moments that otherwise you'd be terrified in, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure a psychologist could explain this. They're very frightening situations, and they laugh a lot in combat and after combat. It's a sort of denial, I guess, but they're also so closely bonded to each other. They really function as a team, and I think there's a lot of comfort for them, a lot of security for them in that.
It's interesting, something you bring to light in your journalism here is that we've been hearing there's a return of extremism, of fundamentalism, and now we're starting to see, instead of Al-Qaeda types or straight terrorism, Taliban is back. People who are faith-based, helping the communities. What did you see there? What did you learn about the Taliban?
Well, Afghanistan's a real patchwork of different cultures and interests. In the Korangal Valley particularly, it's traditionally been a center of really hardcore resistance against the Soviets, even against the Taliban before 9/11, and now against the United States. There's a big sort of timber mafia, and their interests, they're very invested in the resistance. There's a lot of Arab influence across the border in Pakistan. So what you see is actually a sort of alliance between the timber mafia and Al-Qaeda groups across the border in Pakistan.
And now, of course, the problem does involve both countries. Pakistan's dealing with a big obstacle for President Musharraf, the Taliban moving in there, still very much alive and well, as you know, in Afghanistan. But in terms of hope, what did you see that gave you some hope that there could be progress, there could be change?
Well, several times I was with the soldiers in the villages, and relations with the people in the villages seemed really fairly friendly. We would talk with the village elder. Very cordial man. He invited us in for tea. Of course, we got ambushed as soon as we left the village, but while we were in the village, we were absolutely fine. And apparently, I've heard from the military commanders in the area that since the fall, there's a lot of fighting in the fall, a lot of U.S. casualties, but since then, a road is getting built, and the community relations have improved tremendously.
Sebastian, hard work, but thank you for bringing it to us.
My pleasure.
We learn every time. Appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Alerting you to severe weather where you live. This is K2 Storm Tracker Weather.
And good morning, everybody. Once again, Carl Click with you from the K2 Newsroom. Severe weather just continues, and now with the daylight, we're getting a better picture of how bad it has been all across the northern part of the state. We're going to start by going live to Susan Harding. She is in southeast Portland. We've seen lots of trees coming down on roadways. This one came down on something else, Susan, right?
That's right. We want to give you an up-close look at the damage that some folks are dealing with today. We're in the backyard of a home on Southeast 43rd. You can see here this was a 60-foot double-trunk cedar. You can see it split in half, and if you look up the trunk, you can see where part of it sheared off. Now, neighbors here and the homeowner have been staring at this all day, wondering if it might fall. They've been very nervous here. However, a tree arborist just got here on the scene, and he said he thinks it's safe. He doesn't believe it will fall over. However, he says never say never, so we are all keeping a very close eye on that tree. Now, if you look over here, you can see this is where one of the trunks fell on their garage. It sheared off their maple tree, and it did damage the roof of their garage. They don't know yet the monetary damage here, but they say they can tell they think it is pretty significant. Now, tree experts just got here on the scene. Right now, they're getting out their chainsaws, and pretty soon they are going to be going to work getting the rest of this cedar down. But the homeowner tells me that it happened actually about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. She heard a wind gust that she says sounded like an airplane. She heard a big whooshing noise, and then she heard a crack, and she wondered what in the world that was. She came out here in the backyard, and this is what she saw. Fortunately, no injuries here, just a big, expensive mess. In Southeast Portland, Susan Harding, back to you, Carl.
Okay, Susan, hope that cleans up for those folks as quickly as possible. We know how bad that can be. Let's go up in the air to Jet Ranger 2 flying this morning over Southeast Portland. One of our main problems this morning has been standing water on roadways, and that is a good example of it right there. This is Southeast Foster at 112th, and not only is it covering the waterway, but you can see just how muddy it is, and a couple people braving or taking their chances to try to get through that. We did have word that this was closed, but as you can tell, it is at least open for people to give it a shot, which is not always. Oh, look at those people. They're almost stranded on an island there because they're stuck between high water on both sides. This again is Southeast Foster Road out by the some of the U-Pullet lots and the car wrecked yacht, lots out there in Southeast Portland at 112th. That you can see is easily something you could get stranded in, and it's not good for your car. We'll move a little bit down the way and just show you how widespread it is. Several places where water has covered the roadway just because it has been raining consistently now since Friday night. Earlier in the morning, we saw this happen on the intersection of Barber Boulevard, the exit from I-5, and it got so stacked up with water that people actually had to just couldn't get through. And it took an ODOT crew to come out and clear out the drain before that water would go away and they could reopen that exit. That was on I-5 at Barber Boulevard this morning. This has been tough for folks out east of Portland here as well. Let's look at Jet 2 and what Jet 2 can see for us. We'll move that helicopter around and see what else we can get. It has been raining consistently since Friday night. The wind has been blowing over and over again, and mostly at the coast. And Bob High is live for us once again in Tillamook, where he's been there all weekend and knows firsthand how bad it is. Hello again, Bob.
Very bad, Carl. In fact, we've seen some people finally getting out and doing some cleanup, and they're surveying the damage. Some of the damage is pretty serious. We've been showing you this tree that's gone down outside the Tillamook County Courthouse, and it is really one symbol of a lot of damage around the county. It's the kind of situation where people really need to take it easy if they are planning to go out, if they have to go out, and if you don't have to go out, stay indoors. We understand that highways into Tillamook from both the north, south, and east are shut down. You can't get here even if you want to. And in the meantime, the continuing rain and wind conditions mean that there's a good likelihood that even more trees will come down in this area. Again, one of the problems we've been having this morning, because the winds continue and as things peel off roofs, we've seen debris fly by here. It's quite a dangerous situation, even if you're just out walking around to take a look. It's really that dangerous. People really need to take it seriously. Carl, back to you.
Thank you very much for the update there in Tillamook. And let's go back up to Jet 2, show you once again what's going on at Foster Road and how bad it is there with water over the roadway. We're going to stay with you here for a few more minutes before we get to AM Northwest. We'll get Rhonda in here for a forecast. She can tell us how long this is going to last and what we're in for the rest of the week. Keep an eye on the bottom of your screen. That has road closures and school closures as well. Lots of those in the northern coast, as you can see from the Banks and Astoria. Clatskanie schools, lots of delays and closures there because of the weather. We'll be back after this with more on our December storm here on K2 News.
Thousands of gifts for less than $10. Only at Ross.
When I turned 50, looked around at my ranch and just thought this is going to be way too much work for as overweight as I am right now. I decided that I was going to look into positive changes, and I'm really thankful that I did. I lost 47 pounds in less than 6 months. All the stuff that you've learned over your life about eating right and doing the right things comes out naturally. Even my horse thanks Positive Changes.
Call for your free consultation today. Positive Changes Hypnosis Centers. Yes, it works.
With Quest Mobile Solutions, you can take your office with you. Get more done with high-speed internet for $40 a month at a price for life. Plus, add Quest Mobile Broadband and get up to 5 free cards. Call 1-888-997-9378. Get Quest. Get nimble.
Hope for the Holidays food drive. Once again, the Portland Police Bureau's Sunshine Division, with help from Standard TV and Appliance, will provide emergency relief for people in need. Collection barrels will be located at Standard TV and Appliance and 200 local grocery stores. Bring your gift of canned food for those collection barrels. Join us to help local kids and families. Offering hope for the holidays, Standard TV and Appliance and the Sunshine Division.
Rick lives for the great deal, so instead of paying over $300 at a department store, he went to Ross and got the exact same outfit, plus one for working out and one for kicking back, and still had almost $100 left over. Ross, there's no comparison.
Welcome back to K2 News coverage of our December winter storm of rain and wind. You can see from Jet 2 just how blustery it is out in southeast Portland. Once again, Jet 2 flying over Foster Road at about 112th, and there are just a series of places where Foster is covered with water. You can see there's water, then there's a little bit of bare road, then there's water and more bare road, and it gets pretty bad there. At one point we were told this was closed, but as you can see, some people are trying, and best suggestion there is test the brakes once you get through, because you know what that can do to your brakes when you go through water that is that high. Rhonda Shelby has been working all weekend. She's still here. Rhonda, we're going to give you a break, or give any of us a break pretty soon?
No. Not, you know, that's a short answer, Carl. No, and I wouldn't even try going through some of that standing water. Some of it, to me, Carl, looked like it was, you know, a couple feet around there, and so it's one of the ways people get stuck all the time in situations like this all across the country with flash flooding. Let me tell you what's happening. I'm going to handle the rain first, because that appears to be the biggest problem in the valley, not so much the wind today. And then we'll talk about the wind and rain forecast for the coast, because that appears to be the big problem for the coastline. The combination of very strong winds today, hurricane force. Here's a look at what's going on with Storm Tracker Doppler radar. We're not getting a break at all from the rainfall. I mean, it has been yellow all night into this morning, meaning moderate to heavy rain as this tropical storm system moves in. And this extends from the Puget Sound all the way down into Eugene. It gets a little better to the south of that, but we are stuck in this for several more hours. Satellite radar picture shows this storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest, the wide-ranging area it is affecting. Let's go now to the satellite radar picture. To the west, you can start to see a break. If we could move to the satellite radar picture, the break is way out here where I'm drawing a red line. I don't think we see any rain cutting down until this afternoon because of that. We still have several more hours for this cold front to make its way inland and onshore, and that's when the rain will be expected to end sometime this afternoon late. Here's the 48-hour rainfall totals. One of the reasons we're seeing standing water in varying amounts is because the fact that many areas have seen anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain right here in the valley. I'm not just talking about the coastline. In the last 48 hours. Interestingly enough, you see Astoria and Newport not reporting right now. I think both of those weather stations have probably been knocked out because the winds have been pretty strong this morning, and really they've ramped up just in the last hour or so. So heavy rain and strong winds continue throughout the day. I don't think we're out of this until at least 5 o'clock tonight, maybe later. Coastal wind gusts up to 100 miles per hour. Valley locations isolated this time. In fact, I am scaling back on the wind forecast for the valley. 50-mile-per-hour gusts possibly in the higher elevations. We're expecting another 1 to 2 inches of rain. And about the wind gusts, we've had 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts reported in a lot of places along the coast. There you have it, Rockaway, Bay City, Bay Center near Long Beach. We'll keep you posted with everything we know. Right now, we'll toss it to break.
When you're on treatment for rheumatoid arthritis, everyday things can still be tough to handle. Can you pull this? Fasten this? Grasp this?
Oh, yes, I can.
What about you? If you think your treatment isn't helping enough, ask your rheumatologist about Orencia. It's an RA treatment that's proven to make a difference for many patients who weren't helped enough by other treatments, relieving the symptoms of RA and controlling the advance of joint damage.
Do not take Orencia with another biologic medicine for RA due to an increased risk of serious infection. Orencia can cause serious side effects, including serious infections. Rare cases of certain cancers have been reported. Tell your doctor if you are prone to or have any infection like an open sore or the flu, or if you have or had COPD, a chronic lung disease. Orencia may worsen your COPD.
Talk with your doctor about Orencia. Why wrestle with the little things you can't do if you could be saying, "Oh, yes, I can."
Is depression keeping you from enjoying the life you once loved? Take a free self-test. Visit www.summitportland.com. That's www.summitportland.com.
K2 News, winner of the Edward R. Murrow Award for Best Investigative Journalism.
This month, enjoy the Yule Flip Peppermint Chip Blizzard, famous DQ vanilla soft serve, blended with candy cane pieces and chocolate chunks. Do one and DQ something different.
Mattress World is having a huge sale.
Right now, purchase Sealy, Simmons, or Stearns & Foster and get the king for the price of a queen.
Or get the queen for the price of the twin.
Also get delivery and no interest, no payment for 1 full year.
Mattress World's hard-to-find locations will save you money.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
We can't beat any price on any comparable mattress, and the mattress is free.
Welcome back, everyone. Live picture from Jet 2 flying over southeast Portland, our main vantage point over Foster Road this morning, which is covered with standing water in many, many places out on the east side of Foster Road. The biggest problem about 112th. And while we look at that, let me update you now on some Amtrak news. Amtrak service today is closed between Eugene in the south to Vancouver, BC in the north. Evidently, mudslides, more than one, are affecting the tracks for Amtrak, so the trains are not moving between Eugene and Vancouver. Would suggest people not move through that water over Foster Road, but every once in a while we see somebody making a wake trying to get through that. That is a big problem, and it's widespread over the Portland area. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have more updates for you before we hand you off to AM Northwest here on K2.
Decorating and gift ideas from Elmer's. Seasonal house banners, unique weather vanes, whimsical windsocks, and kites for all ages. Mix and match sale going on now at Elmer's Flag and Banner. Kites, too.
How often has a stage show taken your breath away and left you wanting to get up and dance? Riverdance, the entertainment event that has captured the hearts of millions around the world, is saying farewell. Don't miss your last chance to see the original international phenomenon, Riverdance. Farewell engagement, January 22nd through the 27th at Keller Auditorium. Tickets on sale now.
We have a family room, a media room, and a backyard, but somehow everyone always ends up in my kitchen along with their messes. That's when I call Stanley Steamer. In no time, they get my tile and grout clean and my kitchen looking like new. Now, if only it would stay that way.
Time to get your tile and grout clean? Call today about our $99 special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Christmas is just around the corner, but so are the savings at Bi-Mart. Get a Eureka The Boss Smart Vac Upright Vacuum with true HEPA filtration and deluxe wide cleaning path. It's only $129.99. Enjoy a Uniden 2.4 gigahertz cordless phone system. It comes with 2 handsets and it's just $19.88. Wrap up a Toshiba 42-inch LCD TV. You'll save $200 off the everyday low price of Bi-Mart. Sale prices end December 8th. Make your list and start saving at Bi-Mart, just right for the holidays.
Tough Shed is having a clearance sale. All display models are priced clear off the lot. Come by and pick out your shed. Tough Shed will deliver a clearance price display shed, but for big savings, come and get it. All display sheds and lot sheds are clearance priced this month only. For the best deal on a display model with greatly reduced prices, come to Tough Shed. Tough Shed with 3 locations to serve you: Portland, Hillsboro, and Chehalis. Call 1-800-BUY-TOUGH. That's 1-800-BUY-TUFF.
More gift ideas from Elmer's. We have garden flags, fun lawn spinners, veteran flag cases, and U.S. flags. Any third item, half off. Shop Elmer's Flag and Banner. Kites, too.
Welcome back to K2, everybody. Just moments away from AM Northwest, but throughout the next hour, we will keep you up to date on our weather condition, our storm that's hit over the weekend, rain and wind, and it's going to continue through the day, Rhonda says. You can see at the bottom of your screen, we have a list of lots of roads that are closed, also schools. If you still have somebody at home in the house thinking about schools, you can see that down there as well. Tough to get to the coast today. Lots of trees down over the major highways. ODOT trying to solve that. Many people without power in the northern Oregon coast. Last word, about 2,000 people in the PGE area without power. It's going to continue for the rest of the day, so we will keep you up to date. Stay with us here on K2. Right now, we'll hand you off to Dave and to Janice for AM Northwest. Have a great morning, everybody.
She hungered for something better. Something Mediterranean. I can't believe it's Not Butter Mediterranean blend, made with olive oil and has 70% less saturated fat than butter, and the same great butter taste.
So worth the swim.
You know, that is a rich. I can't believe it's Not Butter Mediterranean blend.
K2 News, voted best newscast by the Associated Press.
The one you love doesn't know he could be carrying many viruses. Fact, viruses can live on surfaces for days. Lysol disinfectant spray with the power you trust helps stop the spread of viruses. Use it on common household surfaces to kill dangerous viruses like the flu. Lysol is the #1 brand recommended by pediatricians. Lysol, disinfect to protect. Also get trusted Lysol protection with Lysol wipes.
Jesus Christ Superstar with Ted Neely, star of the groundbreaking motion picture.
December 20th and 21st at the Arlene Schnitzer Concert Hall. Call 503-790-AM.